This is Blythe Baines, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
Inspirado Projecto, what are your thoughts on Tinker Toy Soldier?
You know, Man Behind the Machine, I've never seen that movie. However, the very little bit I do know about it is that it is a spy movie. It has Gary Oldman in it, who I thought was great in True Romance. The Professional, of course, Commissioner Gordon. He really commits to his characters. And from what I understand, he's in that movie. It's about spies. I've always liked, I think it's about spies. I've always liked stuff about spies. I used to have this big silver book all about spies. James Bond. Oh man, I just fascinated with that idea. This is probably why I like Halloween so much, and costumes, and just being able to slip in and out of characters. Improvisation enables me to fulfill that nook. Also, what's interesting is each year, probably about 3 or 4 years, my buddy Dave Uchansky, my good friend Dave Uchansky, used to have Oscars nights over at his house, and we'd all go over there, our friends. My brother was in town, Jeremy Polensky, Andy Smith, Mike Sodi, and we'd go there and we'd watch, he'd have Oscar night there. And one of the things that Jeremy and I would do, we'd always make a theme song, or we'd make a song that had to do with those Oscars. We'd make a song, basically, and we'd use all the songs, all the names of the nominee films. You can actually see some of these up on YouTube. And Tinker Soldier Spy, I think that's what you just said, I think was one of the names that was used within that Oscar song during that time. So thank you for that question and sending me down memory lane. I gotta check that out now. You've inspired me. How about you folks? You who are listening, have you ever seen this movie? All right, it's now 12 p.m. high noon. And it's the, what is this, what do we got here? 24th. Heading up to the grocery store here. If you've listened to that podcast episode with Blythe Baines and Deirdre Koval, you would hear them discussing the book Tufti. I think it's called Tufti The Priestess. And it's by Zeland, Vadim Zeland. The guy who discovered reality transurfing, the idea of hopping between dimensions, choosing a reality and quantum leaping to it. So Blythe brought up that book. She said she was reading it, so I ordered it. I received it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I started reading it today. Wow. It's a really interesting idea when we hear about this being a play set, so to speak, and we are action figures in that play set. And there's an awareness when you wake up out of that. You come to this awareness that the reality you're living right now, this moment right here that I'm living right now, was already created. This reality experience that this particular blip of me is experiencing is happening because I made it happen. In this book, they talk about imagining a plate, sort of an antenna that kind of runs slightly parallel to your spine, and setting your intention back there. So the idea is to get just into that mindset of what's happening to you right here, right now, in this moment in time. There's no diving within into your own mind and concentrating on that, which is the past, and there's no idea of worrying about what's going to happen in the future. It's the idea of just being aware of this very moment in time, what's happening here, and just being here. So the plate on the back is to intend a reality. And you imagine this specific thing happening. The idea is that off the plate, after once you really visualize this thing, you imagine yourself already doing it. This is just another trick of reality manifestation. We always hear about all the different tricks, all the different things for reality manifestation. So it's putting yourself into that and then just going, and then just letting it slide off the plate. I had thought about this idea I was thinking about this idea for an app. There's probably one out there, but it's the manifestation app. And you kind of speak into it what your future self is already doing. And just putting it into there. Visualizing, okay, boop, 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 it's blasting out there. My future self is already doing this, and this moment in time right here is just a memory in that person's brain. And then maybe what happens is, let's say you chart the manifestations as they happen. So once they happen, with the synchronicities, it kind of teaches you to play around with the synchronicities, to notice the synchronicities. It can become sort of an audio synchronicity journal, charting your reality manifestation process. Proceeds. And so then, as these things evolve, what you do is you then chart that progress. You say, okay, here was the thing that I had, imagined happening, and now here it is. And this is the camouflage. This is the way in which it unfolds. This is the camouflage in which it reveals itself. There's a car driving through this parking lot, and it is smoking up a storm, man. It's smoking up a storm. I hope it's not on fire. I mean, that car's driving away, and it's like huge smoke clouds coming out of there, man. Wow. Incredible. Now, right there, when something like that happens, is that a reality manifestation? Did I cause that to happen? You just never know. Anyway, Jeff is coming over, Finn, to pick up those hard drives. I went out to Chico to drop off. So we'll undoubtedly geek out about the doors. More on this later as I enter the store. 10:35 a.m. Today is the 21st. Yachtley Crëw is playing today, 2:30. Or actually, that's what time we got to be there. At Pala Casino. I think it's near San Diego. I was looking at the map. It looks far away. But you never know with the map. It looked far away, but maybe it was closer. As they say, objects in the mirror are always closer than they appear. Waiting for my Uber driver, sitting next to two scooters, limes. Two lime scooters. I'm very curious if we're going to have any studies coming out correlating scooters with the coronavirus. There's always something new to be found out, isn't there? There's always some new information. Information that contradicts the old information. So there's always new information. Does the virus spread through the air, through the wind? If not, then why? Well, okay. So does it spread through the? Does it spread through the air? Does it catch on the tail of a wind cloud and swoop its way along, infecting people? Does it stay on surfaces? So if someone's got a runny nose, they got coronavirus, and they wipe it all over the handlebars of the scooter, will that stay on there? Will that be there while someone gets on the scooter the next time and rides? There's a Twitter video where there was a guy in the elevator, the surveillance footage of this guy in the elevator, who looked like he coughed on his hands, and then he started putting his hands all over the buttons, the elevator buttons. It takes a special brand of mindset to do something like that. So, if the virus is not spread that way, how is it spread? How is it spread? My buddy Chris Corman, sound guy for Bloody Bobby, a.k.a. Legend of Fall Creek, and also Black Pumpkin. He had coronavirus. Is this my Uber? I don't think so. Is it? Hey! All right, that is my Uber. Oh, that isn't my Uber. The guy who pulled up actually lives in the apartment complex. I wonder if he thought that I thought that he was my Uber guy. Yeah, that was interesting because the car pulled up right in front of the garage, and I didn't stop to think that. Sometimes there have been a few occasions where the Uber driver has actually pulled up into the driveway next to me. Huh. Well, that's good. I needed to be holding on to this stuff anyway. So this is going to be a show at the Pala Casino. It's going to be outside. Apparently people have bought little cubes, little quadrants to hang out with each other at during the show. Hanging out in their little quadrants. Maybe they can eat. I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this before in another podcast, but I'm thinking, just how great would that be? You got some kind of device, just like Predator, like in the movie Predator, where he sees sort of like that infrared, what is that, ultraviolet rays, or is that infrared? It's got the thermal. It's infrared. Infrared is not the same thing as thermal, right? Which those are waves, by the way. UV rays. Have you ever seen those radio remote control cars that they don't use radio waves? They use UV rays. So you can only fly these things in the daytime, which is kick-ass. It's using UV rays. It's translating that into it. Is it solar power? Is that the same thing as solar power? I don't know. It could very well be. It could very well be. Same thing as solar power. Oh, there he is. Hey. Yeah, that's him. All right, very good. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes, how it goes, how it goes.
Hey, Kurt.
Good day.
How you doing, dude?
Great, how are you?
Good, dude. What are you doing today?
Oh, I'm actually, this is crazy. It's, I'm in a yacht rock band.
What?
Called, well, have you ever heard of the genre yacht rock? It's a new genre that's out there. It's basically a term that's given to soft rock.
Right.
Basically like Hall & Oates and
Sure.
Lionel Richie and that kind of
Right.
stuff that people would I guess play on a yacht, you know, with the
Sure.
ocean breeze
Right.
and having some pina coladas. And so we dress up as, oh, actually, you know what? I think I have a card in my backpack.
What are you playing?
Let's see if
guitar?
I got one. No, the keyboards and also the guitar.
Yeah.
Here it is. That's what we look like.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so that's our superhero. Those are our superhero costumes.
That's awesome. Dude.
And it's all just love songs. It's all
Right.
good vibes, and it's such a positive. It's like a mobile. I like to think of it as like a mobile utopian society,
Right.
because everybody is there just to share love songs, put their arms around each other, sing along. Now, obviously, in this day and age, it's a little bit different. So what's interesting is, I think it was about a month ago, we had a show at Ventura Fairgrounds, but it was like a
Right.
drive-in.
Right.
So it was crazy because it was like an elevated stage, and they had some cameras up there, and so they played it
Right.
on these big screens, just like a drive-in. So it was crazy because all these cars were parked in there, and after the songs, they blinked they blinked their lights and they play the horns, and it was such an interesting dynamic. So now, fast forward to now, to answer your question in a roundabout way, I'm on my way up to the Singer's house. We're driving up to, it's called Pala Casino, which is kind of near San Diego.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
And so we're playing there,
Oh, cool,
an outdoor thing. So they've
Good. Paula Casino.
yeah, they figured out a way to somehow socially distance these people. So they
Sure.
sit in sort of like their own little tables or
They
something.
gotta
So
do something, dude.
yeah,
They gotta do something.
they're definitely the people out there are definitely finding creative ways to make things work.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm originally from Chicago,
Nice.
but I've lived out here 20 years, and I've been with this band since 2017.
Nice.
And it was crazy because we were about to go on this big tour all over the place. It was
Right.
crazy. We just signed with an agent and a talent, a booking guy, and
Sure.
just everybody was so excited.
Right.
And we named it Batten Down the Hatches Tour.
Right.
Well, little did we realize is that we would truly be batten down the hatches. You know, little did we realize that COVID would go, what? I mean,
Sure.
right when the wheels were about to go up, you know?
Right.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So, in the meantime, we've been doing live stream shows and just doing the best we can with embracing whatever is happening right now, because it's only gonna help evolve everybody. And plus, so many people are at home with just waiting for this thing to end, and they're bored out of their minds. So it's cool to be able to...
Driving every day.
So, yeah, how many hours a day do you drive?
I used to do 12. I do about 9 now.
Oh, you do 9?
8, 9. I can't do 12 hours anymore.
What are some of the things that you have interests in? Are you a musician or
a gambler?
A gambler?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. So when I said Pala Casino, you knew what I was talking about.
I'm a gambler.
Oh my gosh. Wait, would you be able to turn that down a little bit, please? I just want to hear you a little better. So you're a gambler. I'm always interested in the people who drive me in the Uber, because I realize there's a whole separate life that's going on out there. That's just interesting to me. So, did you grow up in a gambling family?
No.
When did you start?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Yep.
Oh.
Trying to bet kids on football games in kindergarten.
Oh my gosh! So
I was born with it.
Wow! And so, would you say that you've sharpened that sort of sixth sense?
I'm a horse player. I've had good days. My specialty's horses.
Wow!
Horses and baseball. I love betting baseball.
What are some of now? Is it just like a feeling that you get, or are you reading stats, or what?
Yeah, sure. You got to do your homework, dude. Sure. Yep. I handicap. I study. You got to. If you're gonna gamble, you got to study.
Right.
If you're gonna bet horses and sports.
Now, are you someone who uses? They talk about probability. The mathematics of probability. Do you? Does that have anything to do with anything or no?
No. Doesn't affect me at all.
That's so interesting.
I go on, stats, and I handicap, and I kind of go with a gut feeling sometimes. A lot of times you go for your gut feeling on sports.
Wow.
Horses, it's all in the racing form.
Wow.
Everything's in the racing form. So this is where you live, dude?
Oh, this is where the singer lives, right over here, and then he's just going to drive us up there.
Every day, dude.
Oh, really?
This is where I hang out, right here.
Oh, my
dude.
God, of course you do.
Go back, dude.
Oh, my God,
Right
astounding.
here?
First the Pala Casino thing, and then, the apartment complex back there, but that's all right, it's right around
Hold on. That's right.
Just this one on the left, right?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Wow, man. First the Pala Casino thing, and then this. It makes so much sense.
All right, dude.
These are cosmic things I always pay attention to.
I'll keep an eye on you.
All right, and what's your name?
Andy.
Andy, take care, man.
All right, see you, dude. Good luck with the tour.
All right, thank you so much.
Right,
take
see ya.
care. Hey. Good, how are you?
Good. It's so hot.
Yeah.
But it's actually cooler today than it was like 2 days ago. How have you been?
We are here out in the back of the Pala Casino next to the pool to the right. We're getting things set up, ready to do a sound check. We've got a lot of chairs out here. Some good people out there in the distance. A lot of people have shown up early, actually. And so something that Chaz said was, I don't need a lot of friends, I just need a few good ones. Which I thought was a great lyric.
Are we on Inspirado Projecto right
yes,
now?
we are. Yes, we are.
Oh, my goodness. It's been a while.
It
Tommy
has been a
Buoy
while.
is back.
That's right. Tommy Buoy is back.
Projecto.
By the way, you got to check out Thomas Gardner Jr. on Instagrams. Is it every Friday? Is it every Friday or almost every other Friday?
Unless Yachtley Crëw has a show, just about every Friday. And
Around what time do you usually do it?
7 p.m. Pacific time. So, yeah.
7
check
p.m.
it out. I have a new 5-song EP coming out in the near future.
Do you have a title for this yet?
No. Working on it. But there's 5 songs. It's very beachy. It's very good times music. So
Is it going to be referencing it all quarantine or pandemic?
No.
Pandemic beach?
No, in fact, I went the opposite direction and dreamed of being on the beach with friends and people.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
And
I love it.
That's where the music lives.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I figured the world has enough pandemic songs.
You know, it's so interesting. We always hear about yacht rock, but there's beach music. But to actually really make its own genre, there should be just its own genre, beach music, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's things that are around that. Yes, Beach Boys, reggae.
311 is kind of reggae.
311, you know, a lot of those kind of like tropical bands are in that. And there's a lot of the yacht rock songs, Pina Colada, all that kind of stuff. That's like sort of beachy. So a lot of those are what I listen to. So I draw from all these things. So my music's kind of like
You're beachy.
I'm a peachy beach.
Peachy beach.
Yeah.
So what kind of influences did you feel that you might have channeled during this? Any Beach Boy influences?
Of course, the Beach Boys have been influencing me forever, but also Beatles, and also let me think. Definitely 311. Definitely Jack Johnson was a big one. He's another one that's kind of the beachy music.
What I mean?
Yeah. Jack Johnson. I'm trying to think. Like kind of like 90s Sugar Ray. You know, that kind of like good times music. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah. Just easy vibe. Maybe people are throwing frisbees out there, cooking up a couple of brats.
The world needs that music, and I'm just the guy to do it.
I'm just the guy to do it.
You know, you can sit and write. Everybody can sit and write a sad song, and I'm sad. But like, if you're not, I'm not a sad person. So I feel like my place in the world is to contribute music that feels good and makes people happy. So, you know, it's not always going to win the critical acclaim, but I don't care. That's what I like, so that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying?
There are plenty of there's plenty of content and plenty of sources out there for people to listen to that's melancholy or sad or whatever. What's great is the fact that you're choosing to balance out the equation and put it on the other side of the boat.
The world needs good vibes, you know that more than anybody.
The world needs good vibes, baby.
Yeah, so you know, I'm going to put out my songs and try to promote them the best I can, but I'm excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be definitely, you know, my first EP was like kind of melancholy because that's where it kind of was at the time. Mm-hmm. My second EP was more country tinged, again, because that's what I was listening to a lot. But this is kind of almost a return to my roots in a way, because I used to be in a band called Someday Providence, and we were rock and roll, but kind of like in that 311 Sublime vein, where it was like rock and punk and ska, but also beachy.
Oh yeah.
And now it's just beachy. So
pure beachy.
It's kind of a return to that for me. Yeah.
Oh God. Are you gonna make a music video?
Yes, I'm probably gonna make multiple. Do you want to direct one for me?
I was gonna say, that'd be phenomenal.
Right?
That'd be absolutely phenomenal. And you know, I was just thinking of Chaz's backyard with his pool there, and the flamingo.
Can't go wrong with the flamingo.
Gotta use that crazy flamingo
right?
He's got.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Oh my God, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
When is your EP gonna be ready?
I'm kind of shopping somebody to mix and master it right now. So once I find somebody, I got to send it to them, and usually that takes about 2 weeks. And then you got to send it to Spotify, which takes about 3 weeks. So best case scenario, 2 months from now.
Now, do you use one of those sources like DistroKid or CD Baby or something? Because those are like massive. You know, they go out, and plus they've starting to put it into TikTok, so you can actually use it on TikTok.
I have my songs on TikTok.
That's brilliant. Brilliant.
Although they only have like 15-second snippets, I want the 60-second. I don't know how to do that, but CD Baby I use, and they've been good about distributing everything to me, for me. So
can you also find it on Instagram when you look under the music on there?
Yeah, for sure. If you look up Thomas Gardner Jr., Thomas Gardner Jr.,
kick-ass.
It comes up. Yeah, all my stuff. So yeah,
I just love that all these sources are out there, more and more avenues for just independent artists to get their stuff out there.
It's great. It's a double-edged sword because that mic's on.
Let's get this started.
It's a double-edged sword because we got to do sound check, but people, there's more avenues for you to show your music, but there's more people doing it, so you got to stand out in a crowd more. Yeah. But at least
they'll find you. The algorithm brings them to you, though.
True.
See how that's that. Always trust in that algorithm, folks. The algorithm brings it home. The algorithm, remember, is a symbolic representation of just the universe in general, how the universe works. Oh. We're gonna do sound check now. Talk to you later. It is now 2:36 a.m. the 9th, August 9th. I heard a loud crash in the backyard. And then I heard someone kind of not
doing so well. And they're laying back there as if they try to hop over the fence. And so I called up cops, or paramedics really, sent out these guys, and now they just brought someone out from the backyard on a stretcher. Something happened to him. So yeah, fire department and 2 fire trucks here. But yeah, they were able to find him back there and bring him in. Wow. This is intriguing. It's so intriguing. So first there was the helicopters the other day, which I was telling you about, which you caught a piece of, which also the live thing is on Instagram. Then now today, there's a person who had climbed over the fence. I heard this crack. And then, next thing I know, people were taking someone out from the back. Oh, thank you. So it's really quite interesting to be living in such close proximity to so many extraordinary events that one would never expect might happen in quite literally their own backyard. What's interesting too is I was just recording a TikTok thing about these helicopters outside. I call them airships. And I was doing this TikTok. And hot time, summer in the city. Hot time, summer in the city. Oh, kitty. Kitty. You wanna go out there? Yeah? Wanna go out there? I'll go outside. You wanna go outside? You wanna? Wanna go outside? Wanna go outside? Alright. Ready? Okay. Go ahead. All right, here we go. Off to the races. Off to the races. What are you doing, Ellie? Yeah. You don't want to go down the hallway. Easy. Now following Oliver down the hallway. He's hearing sounds. He's wondering what's going on. He's wondering what these sounds are. What are those sounds? He's wondering. What are those sounds? What is that? What are your thoughts? He's weaving in and out between my legs here. He's zipping around like he's herding me. Like a sheepdog. Make your way back. Make your way back. Yeah. 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 Make your way back. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Make your way back. Yeah. Yeah. Make your way back. Yeah. 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 All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Go ahead. Here we go. Here we are. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah, here we are. Yeah. Yeah, here we are. We're back. We're back. Oh, crazy kid. Oh, there we go. That was quite an adventure. So there we go. We solved the case of the strange sound in the backyard. Been watching a rough cut of a very, very good movie. Long time in the making. I've had the pleasure of seeing this thing. Man, it's good. It is good. Let me tell you, it is good. All right. What was I in the middle of doing? I was searching something. Oh, yeah. TikTok. Inspirado Projecto. Find me on TikTok. we will meet in the digital age. Even extra digital. Yesterday I had the pleasure of being interviewed by Maria Humphreys from Strong Body, Strong Soul podcast. I would suggest checking out her podcast. I believe it is up now. She might be putting it up in pieces. However, if you go to Facebook, because we went through Zoom, she interviewed me through Zoom, fellow podcaster. She helped out with the Kapow Intergalactic Film Festival, actually. We talked through Zoom, and then she uploaded it through Facebook, so you can actually see our full interview on if you go to Strong Body, Strong Soul on Facebook, you can see that. I think it's about an hour and a half. A lot of bases are covered. You know, when you're talking with people who love doing the deep dives and have such an interest in learning about a wide variety of things, it's quite mind-bending when when you can really go into all of these various subjects and see how they all connect to each other. And man, it's just one of my favorites. One of my favorite things to do. So yes, I would suggest check it out. If you want to hear it, you don't have to. But I'm just planting the seed. I'm planting the seed.
They had to fire him because he couldn't get in his ape suit.
Well, oh my gosh.
That
okay.
was funny.
So you applied for the Planet of the Apes, and then she said, "Well, we're looking for white guys." You go, "Well, I can blend in." Yeah. And then next thing you know, you're going to ape school, learning how to walk like an ape.
No, I went. I didn't have to because I was.
Oh, you didn't have to?
No, because they already cast all the apes, the apes. So they was looking for Caucasians, for humans.
Oh, humans.
Humans like the one, like looking like Bam Bam, like the things.
Okay, gotcha.
So they cast all. They were looking for Caucasians. They got all the African Americans and the big guys, ex-football players. So they were, and I'm like, dang, because I was tall enough and everything, but it's cast out. And I said, you know what? I'm finna shoot for this human. And I got in, man. But my roommate was an ape, man. He made a lot of money, man.
So you were on it for how many weeks?
3 weeks, but he was on it for 3 months.
Oh my gosh. What scene, what did you have to do for that 3 weeks?
Oh, man.
What were they shooting?
They were shooting, They were shooting at Sony Studios in Culver City. And they had it all hooked up like we was in the jungle. Man, I had so much.
So inside, they dressed it to look like a jungle in there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That
we
must
had to
have been
run
crazy.
from the human. We had to run from the apes.
Oh, no way. No way, dude.
I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm running
That must have been terrifying.
Yeah, man,
Even though you know those are other humans in there, it still must have looked crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
And I saw myself when they was putting the humans in the cage, and I can tell you, I said they're gonna be right there.
Oh my God.
I had so much, man. I'm gonna tell you something. That was one of the most funniest movies I ever had, man.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was so funny, like, and my roommate, he worked 3 months. He went to Hawaii.
What?
They went everywhere.
What did he do? What was his? What did they?
He had to go to ape school.
Oh, so he had to do the ape school.
He made so much money, dude.
Oh my God.
He made like, let's see, in those 3-4 months, man. He made like $25,000, dude.
I think it's so cool that just the fact that you two happen to be roommates and were working.
Man, you know what, man? That was the best time. That was in 2001. And yeah, man, I had so much fun on that set, dude. I'm talking about, dude. That was a good time, dude. I had a lot of fun.
Wow.
But we shot at Sony Studios.
Oh, that's cool. Sony Studios, and they made it to look like a jungle.
Inside, man, they said they spent like $5 million inside.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, dude, we had to run from the apes, and they was snatching people up, man. Like, oh, that's fun, dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's the first time I got like a taste of a Hollywood movie, like.
Wow.
In action.
Oh wow.
That's what the fun is at in them action movies, dude. When you running and oh man, that was fun, dude.
Wow. Wow. Did they have how many hours did you work on that thing each day?
Man,
I can imagine it could be
12 or
crazy.
13.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. And then those people in the ape suits, how often were they were they in those suits all day long?
All day, man. That was so funny, man.
All day long,
They were
dude.
looking like apes. And I knew my roommate because I knew how he walked.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only way I can understand who he was. I was like, Doug, I can tell you.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only way.
So he could you actually, so people could actually still talk through the costumes?
Yeah, that shit was so funny.
Oh
dude.
my God.
I wish I had like a.
Oh my God, that must have been so strange.
I wish I had a camera that I could film. That shit was so fun.
What a crazy situation to be in.
Man, it was so funny.
Oh my gosh,
man.
I grew up watching like the old version of Planet of the Apes, so I can only imagine. I remember when I saw that casting call go out to be the apes, and then I think I was too short or something, or they were looking for certain
You should got
heights.
humans because you got the look in the hair.
Oh God, they had certain heights restrictions.
You
and
right.
It was like, damn it, I was like, oh God, that would have been so crazy to have been an ape. Man. So your buddy, what kind of stories did he tell you about having to wear the costume all day? Dude, because
he was sweating.
Oh my God.
He was like, man, he had to act like a monkey. And,
I
was laughing my ass
Oh my
off.
gosh.
It's like, God, you get paid to act like a monkey. That's
So
funny.
what was that like around lunchtime? Did you see all these people taking their ape heads off?
Dude, that was lunchtime. It was like a comedy special.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can only imagine. They're sitting there eating their potato salad and they got their heads sitting there next to them.
You know what I learned about?
Oh my God.
About women? The girls went crazy over the apes.
What? Really?
It seemed like they got really wet down
What?
below.
They went crazy for the apes?
They were so cute because they were just like so big. And
oh my gosh.
Like protection.
These big fuzzy furry apes. Oh my God, that is so crazy.
Did you all follow me?
Oh my God. Yeah, I just followed you. I actually left you a little message on there too.
Oh, good, man.
So I'll interview you for my podcast sometime.
Man, and I love to do podcast. I'm a great speaker, talker, whatever you want me to do.
Oh, that's great.
Man,
that's great.
I love to talk and interview. I do all that.
I love it. Yeah, dude. I'll get all your experiences.
Man, whatever you need from me, the ape experience, whatever you need, the human. But that shit is funny about the human. That white lady said, "You are funny, dude." He said, "I'm gonna cash you as a human."
Oh my
I
gosh.
felt that right
Oh
then.
my gosh.
You know what? Right then, I felt that I could do anything. Like
It was funny because you just open up that possibility in the universe. You're like, let's see what happens here. Let's roll the dice. Let's just see.
I'm gonna leave you with this. But my mama gave me a story when I was born. That's why with me, I always like Caucasians always gravitated towards me all my life. And my mama and I told my mom, I said, and I love it. She said, "Brian, let me tell you what happened when you was born. Don't you know when you get the baby, I guess when you had the babies and you had to put the babies in a certain thing, and you got the only reason you'll know that's your baby because your wristband." So they gave me to the wrong family. They gave me to the white family.
What?
And the white family thought my mom. So they say they had me. My mama said she was looking. She didn't know. She was looking at. She said she remembered how the white family had and the husband. He was so happy. Then the nurse came over and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not your baby." And my mama said, "You should have seen that face on that white man's face. He couldn't. He was mad. He thought I was his baby."
Oh my gosh.
And so what that did, that's why I said, "Mama, no wonder I get gravitated towards white people. Because Freya went from birth."
How interesting.
Yeah!
Like that in itself is a comedy special.
It is!
Because then the guy's wondering,
he thought I was this white guy.
he's like, where's my wife been? You know, like what? Where did this baby come from? Oh my God.
Hey, whatever you need for your prank cards, man.
So funny. Oh my
hey,
God.
whatever you need, Kurt.
You're great, dude.
Whatever you need.
You take care. Have a good one.
All right.
Oh my God. What a funny guy. What a funny guy. We're standing outside of the Comcast building here. We're looking at the Comcast building here. I just got done hanging out with Mark Webb on the way back. We noticed that black plumes of smoke coming out of the top of the building, and now the firefighters have just showed up. So we don't know if it's a fire or what's going on. What are they? It's so crazy.
Hold on. Put my breather out.
How would firefighters even know how to get the water up there? I mean, what do you do in that situation? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good they showed up. Wow.
The supervisor, he's fucking walking around. I'm trying to ask him questions. I said, "Dude, you're about to have a major fucking response here."
And what was he saying?
Nothing. He's fucking talking on the phone. But these guys, the workers said they turned on the cooling towers, which would explain the exhaust.
So it might be,
It's probably machinery up there.
The cooling towers? Is that what you said?
The cooling units.
How that, I was sitting there thinking to myself, how the heck would firefighters with all their water on their fire trucks here, what do you think that they would have to run up there with buckets or what?
They hook into a standpipe. That's what he was saying as we were pulling away. He goes, "I know where the standpipes are." So what they do is the standpipe is water that comes in, and then the truck hooks up to it, or vice versa, or they can pump water. They'll hook up to a fire hydrant, and they'll pump water into the standpipe, which supplies the building.
Okay.
That's the point, because they don't have like full-time running water to the buildings. Not for fire.
So they could plug it directly into the building itself?
The truck runs a line to a fire extinguisher, and then they run a line to the standpipe. The standpipe then supplies water to all the sprinklers and all that shit.
Incredible. So then what? When they get up there, then they just plug on into that, and that's the same water? It supplies the whole
fucking building.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Going right straight.
Oh yeah, keep going straight. Incredible.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a fucking brutal response. Look, yeah, fucking they're going.
Wow.
And they would, regardless of what these guys say, they turned on a fucking machine, they're still going to go up to the roof and check it out.
Right. God gosh, man. Because I remember when those universal fires happened. That was a huge deal.
We were there.
You really?
We were pulling equipment off New York Street.
Oh my gosh.
That
What
happened
the
on a
heck,
fucking
man?
weekend too, man. We fucking flew to the back gate.
How do you suppose those fires started?
It was I want to say a welder's gun was left on or something.
Oh, God.
I mean, it was an accidental, but it was a worker error.
Oh boy, and you happen to be there.
No, we were at home, but our show was on New York Street. So we were there trying to save all the fucking equipment.
Oh, jeez, man.
We saved the camera truck.
Oh, my God.
I can't remember, but we lost it. Report of structure fired NBC building.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. And that just popped up in the news.
And I told him, I don't know if it's a fire. I see smoke.
Right. Oh, boy. Wow. How crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I'm glad you decided to do that.
You know, I've worked for Universal, and, you know, those are my people, so.
I was just talking with my buddy Alex Smart yesterday, and talk about the idea of Godism. I don't think that's ever been a religion out there. Godism. I've never heard of that term before. So I just thought, okay, what would be Godism? Well, Godism is the practice of, the allegiance to, the reverence of, belief in gods. So they believe in the belief of gods. So a goddess is someone who believes in those who believe in gods. The belief that gods exist. That also encompasses it. Godism is believing that gods exist. And, I'm a very strict Godist. And what they do is they march around, just proclaiming that God, people should be allowed to believe in the gods they want to believe in. Maybe it's something like that. They want God equality for all. That would be cool. Just God equality for all. There's no God that trumps another God. All gods work with each other together in some way, in some form or another. And that's just how it is. Very simple. Easy. Simple. Easily explainable. Godism. The belief that others believe in God. That's also part of it too. It's the belief that others believe in God. It's also the belief that gods exist. It's belief in the idea of gods existing. Anything involving that. And so, yeah, equal rights to all gods. It's the first religion that encompasses all of them. And they find some really good way to combine all of them and talk about how they've helped each other out through the years. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Godism. Write that down in your dictionary.
Inspirado, what do you think about all the NBA games and they're putting the pictures of people in the seats like they're there? It's kind of like they should put blow-up dolls, right? Don't you think? In the stadium, right? Or cutouts. Maybe that's better.
Man behind the machine. I'm taking you with me as I go off and pay my rent. I only have about 6 minutes here till the hour is up, and I try to get this under an hour. So I'll put it this way. I am not a sports guy. However, I was at my buddy Ryan McGonigal's house one time, and he happened to have
he was showing me how baseball is these days. And he was talking about how they mix in the sounds of an audience, and then they put like cardboard cutouts or something in the audience. That would be funny if they were blow-up dolls. I'm thinking, I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity for them. If there are companies that wanted to get pay for advertising, that would be good for them to get one of their people, different companies, to probably put their mascots in there. I'm just thinking, of course, from a corporate perspective here. I just found a couple of pennies on the ground. So I think it'd be awesome if they consulted the makers of Mad Magazine. Imagine some of these people who, because like Mad Magazine is just famous for that. They'll do a parody of a TV show or a movie or something, and they'll supplement the extras, I'll just call it. They supplement the extras with various famous people in there. Might catch E.T. hanging around. So that would be a really, that would be kind of interesting. Let's say if there are movies that are coming out, they want to advertise their movies, they could put their characters right there into the audience. And people are like, no way, that's John Wick, or holy cow, I see Mickey Mouse, or what have you. So I think that would be a lot of fun. Or heck, even people who are fans of these particular sports, if they were to, maybe they pay a certain amount of money, and then they are able to get to get themselves on the screen. Maybe they could put themselves right into the game. There they are, sitting behind the pitcher's mound or what have you. Maybe Jack Nicholson will start doing that at these NBA games. They'll put a cardboard cutout of him out there. Maybe they're doing that already. I don't know. But it's quite interesting. If they put a bunch of let's say green screens back there, they could CGI in anything in real time. So that might be something interesting to see.
This is Stu Strauss, the Woodsman, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.